Boom. I am not a magician, okay? People do think that. They think, man, Don McLeod, you write some stuff. You must have magic up your sleeves. No, you know what? I'm just straight up analytical and honest about things. So, I'm going to show us, I think, an algorithm that's going to help you because we have got a lot of responses from people in terms of, hey, Don McLeod, how much should I write? Because, I got a 20-minute write time for my first question, and then I got a 15-minute write time for my next one. What's the right amount? The conceptual one I'll go over tomorrow. Today I'm going to focus on the argumentative essay because I think that is the big kahuna. That's 60% of your AP score, and it's something that we're good at, but we're not as good with the structure at times on that one. So let's go over my formula for, I think, in terms of what would get you a good score in terms of your knowledge and everything like that. So what I did is I created a simple algorithm here to look at in terms of words per minute. So let's assume that the average person can type 40 words per minute, which just so you know is pretty standard. It's not very fast, but it's not very slow either. So 40 words a minute is right about where you need to be. And from what I've seen on a lot of your responses in class and what I've seen, most of you are at that level. I actually think quite a few of you are quite above that. Very few are under it, so don't even worry about that. So let's assume you can type 40 words per minute. We do know in an essay you're going to have 20 minutes to write, okay? What we don't want to see, if you look at here, I think the old model is everyone assumes that, oh my god, I'll write 800 words, I'll write 2 full pages, double space, and I will be amazing, and no one will be able to touch me. Okay, that's under the assumption that you're writing from the minute you start the essay, right? But you forgot about all this stuff here, right? In argumentative essay, there's a lot of stuff you have to do. One, you have to read the question and understand it, right? And not just reading it to get by it. You have to understand it. So I'm going to give a minute for that. I'm also going to give a minute for brainstorming to really think like, what is that it's asking me? The third one I'm going to go with is my thesis. So now this is my claim, this is my argument. That's going to take me a minute to develop. After I've done that, I probably need a minute to do my outline, to figure out where am I going to structure this, what am I going to do? And again, you could use that outline minute at any time. I'm also going to spend probably 2 minutes on evidence 1 and evidence 2 in terms of gathering it and seeing what evidence do I want to use that can fit into my outline and what goes with my thesis and so forth. Then I left 2 minutes here for open research, meaning you're going to do stuff that you need to, maybe open book note stuff. You're going to look at things for how to incorporate into your outline. So if you look at that phase here, that's 10 minutes. I'm not saying you have to do evidence 1, evidence 2, open research. Maybe you know that off the top of your head. So that's why I did say here that only the top 4 are real requirements. So there should be a minimum of 4 minutes of planning time in your argumentative essay, if you think about it, right? So then if I come over here in this red stuff, what you notice here, each one of these blue little boxes represents 1 minute of planning time. I don't have planning time until I really get up to here. So this type of level here may not always be the best. Just because you write a ton does not mean you're going to be amazing, because you didn't have time to structure yourself, right? Set it up just like on the flip side over here. If we look at the opposite, you had too much time on it. So if I look at this one, 16 minutes here for prep, 4 minutes of writing, that really doesn't work on that one, right? Because if we think about it, then in terms of words, for every section here, I'm gonna want to double it. So anything under 7 minutes of writing will not abide by the formula of writing to explain your thesis, 2 times the evidence, and various open research. So you have to remember, I have to explain my thesis, okay? So that's 1 sentence there. I have to use my evidence. That's 2 minutes there. 2 minutes, so 2 minutes, 2 minutes, I'm at 4, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Minimum I have is 7 minutes that I have to write for, and 7 times that, times 40, 280, so that's why this cutoff here. If you write anything below that, it really is not showing that you did this mastery concept up here. So I would want you to look at it and see, the blue is really where we want to be at. 400 words, give or take, plus minus, and then you kind of see the green, how it goes up and goes down. This will give you a better idea of where you're really at in terms of understanding and mastery. And I think this formula really helps you see where you need to be, because I think the priority always is, for 20 minutes I have to write. No, reality is, it's a split. I think your model needs to be a 50-50. I spend 50% of my time on by setting it up, uncovering, then I spend 50% of the time writing. And I can do that because I'm doing a clear outline in that one. If we go look over here, argument essay breakdown. So at that point, an ideal one might be that the reasoning is 50%, evidence is 20%, claim is 20, miscellaneous is 10. So then if we look at the word breakdown here, I'm saying about 200 of my words out of the 400 are going to be my own thoughts. So then if I do that in terms of the time down here, we can kind of see how much of the time I'm going to have to use on my own thought, not someone else's stuff. So here's how the flow might be. The first minute is my claim opening I'm writing. Then I'm going to write my reasoning for the claim, right? Kind of why I did that. I might put in my evidence 1 after that in the 3rd minute. Then the 4th minute and 5th minute of writing is me explaining my reasoning for that evidence and how that goes back to my claim. Evidence 2, the 6th minute, then 1 minute writing there. Then I really have 3 minutes. I have the first 2 minutes, 7 and 8, to help again kind of recycle that to respond back to evidence 2 and how that goes back to the claim. Then I also have a free reasoning response that will kind of help me add on anything I need to that I wasn't able to put in here. And then the 10th minute of writing, I close it, boom, I'm done. But if you follow this structure now, there's a logic and everything is down mathematically for you in terms of how much you should write. So don't even worry about the words, just worry about the minutes then. Because I guarantee most of you do write at the 40-minute pace, or the 40-minute, 40-minute, look, I'm confused myself already. The 40 words per minute ratio, then just stick at it each minute. Put a little timer in front of you, and 1 minute, okay, cool, I'm writing the claim, 2 minute, therefore. Now you're structured, now you have an outline. I do want to note below here though, like it does say here, following this protocol is not going to automatically get you a 5. Just because you write 400 words does not mean automatically you get a 5. Look, Don McLeod's algorithm said if I write 400 words, I will get the 5, no problem. No, what it does say is that it's definitely a claim to at minimum get you the 3 because there is logic behind what you're doing, so it sets you up with a purpose instead of just open free writing. To receive the full 5, obviously you're going to have to follow the scoring breakdown exactly, and you're going to have to hit things, which leads us to the next point here just to make sure we understand this. Claim thesis to how to get that 1 point. We do need to respond to the prompt with a defensible claim that establishes a line of reasoning. This is where I'm seeing a lot of people kind of lose on, is that one, they don't kind of restate the claim, take a side, and then they don't add reasoning to it. So you need to add a reason to why you are making that particular argument. So I would definitely read that in that one. In terms of evidence here, how you get the 4 points is you need to have 2 pieces, notice, of specific and relevant evidence. So word of thought on that one. The first piece of evidence should be from foundational documents in the AP Guide, whether it be Federalist Papers, Constitution, you name it, Executive Order number 9066, that type of stuff. Then the second one really needs to be something from today if you can make that thing, and it has to be specific. So you can kind of see here why people don't get it, why they get the 1 and 2. I think evidence, this is where it really comes nice for you to make that 4 points in what you need to. Reasoning here, the 2 points explain how, why 2 pieces of evidence support the claim or thesis. Again, that goes back to the whole point in that you're now not just incorporating evidence, you're putting a reason why that evidence is there and for what purpose, and you're putting your own thoughts in here. I do like this for 2020 only, alternative perspective is not included and responses will not be awarded points for responding to alternative perspectives. Totally get that. I definitely get that. However, I really think that's why I gave you kind of the miscellaneous here. It is a nice thing to put in there, because it does show level of mastery in terms of your argument and your structure that you do know to see a different perspective. And I do believe that that shows a lot. So it may not be an exact responding to an alternative perspective, but it is a very big help. So you might want to be able to put that maybe in here, or you could move this one, the free reasoning, to right here, maybe after minute 5 when you write stuff like that. But definitely take a look at this. The document's there for you, whatever you need. But again, if you follow this structure, the whole point is there is a logic to it. As I start moving up this way, you can kind of see on the bottom there that my prep time goes down and my writing time goes up. Okay, no problem, which is why we want to stay in the green and blue sections. So yes, theoretically, you could write 600 words and you could have minimal prep time. Reality is, though, you're gonna need a certain amount of prep time to get yourself ready, because this is an open note session. They know you're gonna be able to Google things. So it's more how you structure your evidence and how you use it around your argument, not just writing amazing things from Wikipedia, stuff like that. So this is how I would set up your writing style. I will definitely help you. Again, I spent way too long coming up with this, but it hit my brain quickly that, oh my God, we are writing just to write. We need to write to explain. And how we do that is based off a formula of 50-50. 50% prep time, 50% writing. And then in that writing time, here's the breakdown for how you might want to structure your writing time to get that 400 words. And just so you know, again, 400 words does constitute one full page double space. So that is a lot. That's a big area of knowledge that will help you on that one. Good luck, guys. You're going to be great with this, trust me. But just wanted to share that with you. So as you're thinking about your other mock tests and even your other APs, this is how you should really, really structure an argumentative essay. Good luck.